y'all doing? It's Miss Ward. What's up, solid steppers? I'm out here in these appliance repair streets of South Florida, representing Broward County, Dade County, Palm Beach County, Martin County, and of course, St. Lucie County. Anyway, I'm just touching bases with everybody to see how you're doing. I put a challenge out in my Facebook group, ABC Family. I uploaded my Type 1 certificate, seal systems, and I challenged everyone to do the same. I feel like we've already been given the blueprint. It's up to you what you do with it. So you know how I am. We need to go get it. Better get it while these doors open, because trust me, they are getting ready to close. So where you have a way to get in, get certified for the low, I strongly suggest you get it. Hey, you may never need it, but it may put you in places that you normally couldn't get in without it. So that's my recommendation. When opportunity knocks, guess what? Don't be packing your bags. Have your bags packed so when opportunity knocks, you're ready. That's rule number one. Number two, it's been a heavy admin day, simply because I had to make sure my paper was right, communicated with some of the warranty companies I'm working out with to make sure all that documentation is in order, and I got COD calls I'm doing today. So I just wanted to send everybody a shout out and tell them thank you so much for your support, and remember that this is a journey, not a destination. Every time you think you hit that destination, it's going to be another challenge or opportunity to be better. So keep that in mind. I want to give a special shout out again for Quentin for helping me this weekend. And then I wanted to reach out to some of the other YouTubers I follow, like Mike Check. Sent him an email this morning. You know, really hard working young man, very proud of all of his accomplishments. And shout out to TK. He always keep it real. Of course, Mike Sneed, my mentor. And excuse me, DC Repair, I watch him too. There are a lot of guys out here putting out games, so if you know like I know, you better get on the program. So people always ask me a lot of things. They ask me about how I do X, Y, and Z. So I want to kind of run through the way I do things. Like, for instance, I get a service call in. If it's one of my COD customers, I deal with it differently than I deal with my warranty customers, because you have to differentiate. Your COD customers are building your future customer base. Your warranty is too, but you have to navigate those two customers differently because you have two different mentalities. When you're dealing with COD, a COD customer is calling you to gauge whether they need to keep this appliance or let it go. Is it worth the repair? You know, depending on the age and, you know, things of that nature. I find that most of my COD customers are sentimentally attached to their appliances, regardless to how worn out, and raggedy they may be. So you have to go in there and treat that appliance like it's brand new, and give them the options of going with original equipment, parts, and the repairs, and extending a warranty, things of that nature. But you have to feel the customer out. I'm going this morning to check on a stackable. Every time I hear stackable, all I think about is my old Darian Clark from DNFC appliance repair, because he has this special tool he bought from Macomb to hold that flimsy stuff together when you have to take it apart. Customers complain it's a noise. Now we all know that could be our easy stuff like the roller bearings, tensioner, things of that nature, but we also know that on those, particularly depending on the age, could be a problem with that little ball joint in the back, which is a whole nother animal, another type of labor. So with all these things in mind, make sure you have a gauge when you go in. Like when I go to customers, I do the research on the repair. I write up invoices or estimates for the different things it could be, so that whenever I'm dealing with the customer, it's quicker to draw. Like I already got it saved in a draft, boom, shoot it to them, done. Because people need answers now. They don't want to wait. They don't want to delay. They don't want to, you know, they want to know so they can go on to the next issue and resolve that. And when you understand that, you move accordingly. So that's pretty much how I do mine. I set up the appointment. Now, because of where I'm located, I deal with a lot of condos on the beach, and people and a lot of HOAs, and there are a lot of restrictions as far as certificates of, the Accord certificates that show your workers' comp and general liability. Now, I'm extremely courteous when I deal with the front office, like this customer. He's been having problems because nobody had the liability. Nobody wanted to call the front office. Nobody wanted to send an email with all the information. I'm like, well, how do these people do business? But hey, I'm not knocking it because I'm going to go professional and I'm prepared. So when I talk to the person at the front desk, I make sure that the manager's like my best friend because I'm articulate, I'm intelligent. I send them the documentation they request. And then they be like, look, anybody that needs work done in this building, this is the person that we go with. She's recommended. We have her information on file, so this needs to be the first call. And she offers 24-hour service. I'm telling you, this is how you get in. When you want a certain caliber clientele and you go in and service their equipment, you got to get in good with everybody. And it's all in your professional approach. So once I handled all that, I called the gentleman back. And when I'm talking to the manager of the facility, I always ask key questions. Is there a specific place that vendors need to park and contractors? Is there a certain that we need to come in with badges, face coverings, gloves? You always want them to make them feel like they're in charge, and whatever the rules are, you're going to play by them, because they always deal with knuckleheads who come in and don't respect the boundaries of the rules. And to get into certain areas, you got to be able to not only play by the rules, but be above the fray. And my goal is always to be above the fray. I don't want the most business. I want the elite business. I want the high profit, respectful customer that appreciates the professionalism I bring to the table. That's the bottom line. That's why I walk and talk the way I do, because I don't have time for the riffraff. So anyway, after I handled everything, I emailed a copy to everything. And let's just talk about the insurance I have. I have Next Insurance because Next makes it easy. It's user-friendly. You can go on, load all the information. You can email a copy to the customer. You can also download the Accord and send that, which I do both. That way I know they get it, because sometimes you send them the link and they're old school. They can't open the link. I mean, they can barely open the PDF. But whatever I need to do, this is what I do, and I make it easy for the customer to do business with me. Now, a lot of people think this is a lot of work, but if you're going to move in a certain arena and navigate a certain clientele, this is how you have to move, and you have to separate yourself. All right, so that's how I set that up. So I scheduled the customer for 4 o'clock, but when I spoke with the manager, they said they like contractors to be off-site by 4:30. Typical South Florida rules. I'm not shocked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move his appointment up, and I'm going to go in early. In fact, I'm going to squeeze him in before I go to another job, because I know that job, that lady going to talk me to death and going to extend how long it take me to do the job, because I got to talk about the grandkids. I got to talk about what's going on in the world. Because some of these people I service, they just be lonely. They just want somebody to talk to. You want to pay me to talk to me? Fine. You remember, the tab is running up. So anyway, like I said, that's kind of how I move. I am actually going in right now because I had the wonderful pleasure last night of cracking my surface. I couldn't believe it. My surface has been through shops and everything. I mean, it's been dropped and never broke. And last night, I swear, instead of being at my desk where I do my work, I felt I'd be lazy and did it from the bedroom. And I'd be dang if it did not flip off that table. I was done. I was done. So I was like, okay, you're a tech. I can buy the screen for like $100, $150, install it myself. But why do that? I got a good friend that owns a cell phone and phone repair, iPad, whatever repair shop. So I'm finna go and pimp him for all I can get, because he is forever begging me for stuff about his car, his truck. Last time I saw him, I had to hook him up with a battery. So let's hope that he can return the favor. But anyway, speaking about relationships, that's what I mean about relationships, because you never know when you need people. Like, I can trust this guy, I can drop my stuff off, I know my material's safe, and it's a good thing. So it's all about business owners supporting each other. Oh, one more thing I want to say. A lot of times people ask about tech sheets, and some people have an attitude when I load a tech sheet. I load tech sheets because I know what it was, not to have no money, not to know where to get nothing when I first got in. And I'm still brand new. So whatever I can bless and help somebody, I am. Now, if they get ridiculous, that's another thing, because I will call them out. But if it's someone that has asked for this and they don't really know how to secure it, we've all been on jobs, but we lost and the sheet ain't where it's supposed to be. All the reasons. Goodness gracious, y'all gotta excuse me. Y'all know that's my customary yawn. That means I'm grinding. Been up since 5 this morning. Anyway, I load that so I can help people. And that's what I want to do. So if y'all got a problem with it, deal with it. It's my money. I do what I want to do with it. Somebody had to bless me. But anyway, going back to doing the research, like before I go to a customer's home, I download all that because I don't have to run from job to job because I manage my money accordingly and my moves accordingly. So with that said, I'm getting ready to go drop off my Surface, and I will talk to you guys later. Stay blessed. And remember, Solid Steppers, be careful out here in these streets. Have a great day and go get it.